In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's crashing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the Redskins' 20-yard line.
Ready, set, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
25, 61, matchbox lights. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Cooper was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This is Geis, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Geis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on third down, Bledsoe. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lock in. You ain't doing nothing today. 54 is Mike. Hey, Alpha. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There's a party there. There's a party there.
On third down, Trubisky looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's taken to the 26. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
Let's go now. 18 Gators.
Give me that ball, defense.
Leo.
Give me that.
Hey, Charlie.
Kill.
Snap.
On first down, Bledsoe. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
Here we go. Check. Crack.
Now Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
In your face.
On the ground, it's Geis. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that, well, that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw. Bledsoe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a run with Geis. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's Geis. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 53.
Go.
50.
There.
Get that quarterback.
Looking to throw. Bledsoe eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. It's caught. Inside. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Geis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Bledsoe. He'll buy some time right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bledsoe sliding out of the pocket. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On third down, Bledsoe looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He's got it at the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On second down, Elliott. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
To throw on third down, Bledsoe. Cooper's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
I'm plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Looking to throw. Bledsoe. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 2. Trubisky, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass.
Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Geis on a handoff left. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm scared.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Easy work.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Redskins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll hand it now to Geis. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 59 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. To throw on second down. Bledsoe. And he slings one that's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Back to throw. Bledsoe. And he comes back with one complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Looking to throw. Bledsoe. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Bledsoe letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Going to give this time to the tailback. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Defense wins shit.
On first down, this is Geis, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike's by 4. Cut. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
3rd down. Here's Geis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Watch the out. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll run for it. Geis. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Gets around him. And now he spins free.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.